So mark your calendars and be a part of the battle for the ultimate trophy.
Having a good day.
Because when we win for one,
Are you kidding me?
we win for all.
Well, hello, everybody. You are watching live where 32 teams have come to the FIBA Basketball World Cup to trade blows after a long qualification campaign. We're already underway. Some games already complete, and this is the second game tonight here in the Mall of Asia in Manila, the battle between Egypt and Lithuania. Well, in the first game, it was a battle of the M's, Mexico and Montenegro. Montenegro winning. Now it's Egypt going up against Lithuania. We all know that Lithuania have those incredible fans that will travel anywhere in the world to watch them play. But Egypt also represented here, and it's always a good time. I'm Jeff Taylor, joined by Mike Taylor. And Mike, again, one game in the books. It was a huge game for Montenegro to win. Now they've set the tone for their World Cup campaign. And you have to say the same thing about this game tonight, Lithuania and Egypt. The one that wins this one gets off on the right foot.
Without a doubt, and where that game could have gone either way from the beginning, I think Lithuania enters this one as a clear favorite. Again, they want to try to set the tone for their performance and get off to a stronger start than they did, for example, in Eurobasket. Let's see how the team from Egypt can compete.
Well, there's no doubt Lithuania come into this as favorites. There's Jonas Valanciunas going out, and the most recognizable face in this lineup has been playing for them for that senior national team. You go all the way back to 2011 when he played at the FIBA Eurobasket when they hosted it in Lithuania. But by no stretch is this a one-man team. You know, Aimantas Bengias, Thomas Demcha, you see Servidis, Brad Zidaitis in this team. Yeah, there might be a few players missing, but Lithuania, one of these countries where expectations remain high no matter who shows up.
And what we love about Lithuania is the culture. It's the game is so important in the country. The players take pride in it, and the pinnacle is the national team.
I love the tie-dye uniforms, but I guess that's also, it's okay to like two different things. You look at the Egypt team, and, well, kind of, they pushed the reset button after the last FIBA AfroBasket when they hired Roy Rana from Canada, who actually had one of his most famous moments in coaching when he led Canada to the Under-19 World Cup title in Cairo. And that raised eyebrows, and he has inherited a very talented team. Egypt perhaps was not getting the most out of that talent. So this is a test like no other test, I think, for him in this arena. 32-team World Cup. You know, doesn't matter how well they play, it still might not be good enough.
Without a doubt, but let's say Roy Rana has done a great job with Egypt, and the strength of Roy is coming in and doing a great job people-wise. You know, he's done a great job with the players, helping them gain confidence and believe in themselves. And this is an ultimate challenge for them as they try to grow the game in the country. And again, you want to play the best teams and the best opponents. And for Egypt, this is a great challenge here in Manila.
So the players being introduced to the crowd here, and we are going to have the playing of the national anthems. So with that in mind, we're now going to take a pause in the commentary here in the Mall of Asia in Manila, the Philippines. So before the national anthems, as reminders, Montenegro, Mexico, Egypt, and Lithuania in Group D. And you can see that by virtue of that win, Montenegro have shot to the top of the table, with Mexico in that participation point in second. Now the national anthems.
Standing for the national anthem of Egypt.
Thank you so much. We now be seated.
Well, it's exciting to hear those national anthems. And Kazis Makvidas on the left, shaking hands with Roy Rana on the right. And the players also, these two countries rather have something in common when it comes to basketball. You know what it is?
That's a great question.
Each of these countries has won the FIBA Eurobasket.
And that's amazing with, obviously, Egypt in Africa right now.
I'll tell you more about that in a second. Antonio Conde from Spain, the crew chief, Peter Praksh from Hungary on the left, and Carlos Vélez from Colombia on the right. Yeah, back in 1949, Egypt winning the Eurobasket. France finished second, Greece finished third, and of course, most recently, Lithuania winning it back in 2003. So Lithuania with the starting five: Tadas Sadakarskis, Ignas Brazdeikis, Rokas Jokubaitis, Jonas Valanciunas, and Tomas Dimša. Normantas Maldūnas, Mindaugas Kuzminskas, Donatas Motiejunas, Haimantas Bendžius, Karinauskas, all coming off the bench along with Davidas Tirvidas. There is Jonas Valanciunas.
What a leader for Lithuania. Obviously, they'll look to him to be that strength and scoring in the middle, but he plays with such great heart for this national team. He represents the country in such a fantastic way. He's just a warrior for Lithuania, and I look forward to watching him play this tournament again.
And what a tremendous addition Ignas Brazdeikis has been.
He impacts the game in so many ways. He can score, he defends, he can be a playmaker with the ball. Again, you see his numbers, really outstanding, you know, just a weapon for their offense. Brazdeikis, really an impressive player.
And, you know, we watched them play so well last year at the FIBA Eurobasket once they got to the round of 16 and almost knocked out eventual champions Spain. Kazis Makvidas, the head coach.
I love what Max Vitas has done with his team. There's so much pressure, and it's so intense in Lithuania. Again, the expectations are always so high. I'm really excited to see how the front court maybe helps Valanciunas play a little bit better with some spacing and things in this tournament.
Well, Egypt, their starting five: Amir Zaran, Ahab Amin, Amir El-Gindi, Anas Mahmoud, and Asim Marai, the real veteran in that team. El Ghazawi, Musa, Abashusha, Gardner, Abdel Gawad, Hussein, and Omar Arabi. There is Marai.
Marai is an experienced player. He's played several places in Europe. Again, this is a guy that you can put the ball in the post. You can play pick and roll with him. He's a versatile big man. And again, he'll be a featured player for this Egypt attack.
And there's the captain, Amir El-Gindi, and in his numbers.
Again, like Brezdikas, he'll impact the game in several ways. You see his playmaking, the rebounding, the scoring. You know, these guys probably relish the opportunity to play against a team like Lithuania and really take that challenge. Let's see what Egypt can do with it today.
Now, we've already spoken about Roy Rana, and, you know, I think even he has surpassed his expectations in his career. But look at that, he won the 2017 Under-19 World Cup as the Canada head coach, as we spoke about. He's also been a part, he was talking about, you know, the German national team, and
Sacramento Kings, and just done, you know, everybody wants him to be a part of their coaching setup, and I like what he's done with Egypt. Feels like he's kind of stabilized things. He's really pushing them in the right direction, and again, it's about the people. You know, he's done a great job with the players. He's done a great job helping them believe in themselves, get self-confidence, and that's what they need as they try to challenge themselves on the big stage.
There you have it. Egypt have never beaten a team from Europe at the FIBA Basketball World Cup. Of course, the last time they played in 2014 when they played in Granada, France, Serbia, Spain were there.
If you don't get it on the slip, Anas is going to pop.
Lithuania won their opening game in 4 of their 5 World Cup tournaments, so pretty good chance that they're going to do it tonight, judging from their history in the competition. And the Lithuania fans, that guy with the beard has seen more games for Lithuania, I think, than any fan in the history. I don't know that for sure. I don't know how we can dive into the archives to find that, but I suspect he has.
I love to look into that crowd and see the green, yellow, and red, and all of the costumes, all of the drums, all of the chants. I mean, it just adds so much environment to the Lithuania games.
There's the president of the Egyptian Federation in town for tonight's game, and for the tournament for that matter. And you just, much like, you know, I think that probably for Lithuanians that have come here, they probably feel right at home, because this is a basketball country, much like Lithuania is a basketball country.
And that's what we love about the Philippines, what we love about Lithuania. The game is important in these cultures, and the fans love it.
Eat, drink, and sleep basketball. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Mall of Asia here in Manila. We are underway. The game day 1 battle here between Lithuania and Egypt. Group D already had 1 game today, and that was won by Montenegro against Mexico. Game that's perhaps closer than the final score showed, and Valanciunas out of the gate fast, scores with the tap in.
Jeff, he's so big and physical. Once he gets position around the rim, just dominant.
Mahmoud Anas drives in. Brazdakis looks up the floor. Valanciunas, Mariah went out to guard him, and he goes right to the basket. That's a mistake by Asa Mariah.
Know your personnel. You don't need to close out Valanciunas. Live with that three, right to the rim and a dunk.
Asa Mariah drives in and banks it in.
Impressive from Mariah, and that's critical. You've got to finish those plays against the size and strength in the paint.
He was the standout player for Egypt in 2013 when they reached the AfroBasket final. His father was the coach of Egypt's national team. Here is a three-pointer, and for the second time, for whatever reason, Valanciunas being guarded, almost double teamed, shooting a three, and he gets 3 free throws.
Jeff, Jokubaitis did such a great job getting deep penetration into the paint, but Egypt had 2 players running at the three-point shooter. Here you see the closeout. Again, know your personnel. Live with that contested three from the 5-man Valanciunas. Valanciunas sparking this strong start from Lithuania.
I mean, it's not like that's Martynas Popsis or Sarunas Jasikevičius out there getting ready to shoot a three-pointer.
Again, defensive discipline. Know your personnel, know your help, know over help. We had 2 Egypt players rotate at non-3-point shooter Valanciunas to start the game.
This is the second free throw. Valanciunas, the one thing that I think came across well last night from his coach, the greatest tribute to Valanciunas was how he's always there. You know he's playing for this Lithuania team. It doesn't matter, rain, snow, or shine. If he's carrying a niggle, he's the most dependable player in this team right now. And that, for me, really is his leadership.
You love that heart and that commitment, especially for a player of his status.
Amin, and Valanciunas rebounds and gets it over to Brazdakis. Savran, Mendogas, Kuzminskas, or excuse me, Jokubaitis rather, to Brazdakis. Kuzminskas starting on the bench tonight. And Brazdakis not there. You see that toughness in Mariah, don't you? One of the few Egyptian players that has played in Europe, played last season in Korea.
He uses his body extremely well on both ends of the floor. Right now, Egypt is struggling to get good shots in the early moments of this game.
And the familiar Letuva chance in this Mall of Asia arena. Brazdakis drives in and goes right at Asa Mariah.
Used his body against the shot blocking presence of Mariah. Finished strong.
Amin looks good, just a little bit to the right, in fact. Jokubaitis off to the races. Over to Brazdakis, no rest for the weary, and Jokubaitis with the rebound. And Anas almost lost it out of bounds. Now he passes up to Ahab Amin. And I know Ahab Amin was tempted to drive, to shoot it, and elected to wait. Here's Mariah. Goes, oh boy, how about his finishing?
Again, uses his body really well, under control, gets leverage and scores. But was that post feed a nutmeg through the legs? I want to see that replay.
Nutmeg. Wow. It was so good, I didn't even see it. There's Valanciunas. Goes in and throws it down. And I don't understand why they're going out on Jonas Valanciunas.
100%. That the shot fake is not that dynamic of a shot fake. And even so, you've got to take away his right hand. He's all right-handed on the drive.
I think Jonas might be going for a career hire tonight. Mariah looking for a push. They're not going to call that. Okay, they give it to him. What do we know? What do we know? He hits the three-pointer. Well, at least
Show
Mirai,
us your game.
Mirai feels better now for having guarded him. But at the end of the day, he's seen the ball go through the hoop a few times, so it makes it a little bit easier. Gindi missing. And you're right, good hustle by Mirai to get the ball to go off of Jokubaitis.
Jeff, Egypt is just struggling outside of Marai's post touches to create good, balanced shots at the rim. And that's dangerous because that gives Lithuania the chance for transition opportunities off those tough shots.
There's Mirai, just as putting Egypt on his back right now and trying to carry them. Good defense from Zaran. Brajdekas in the paint. And it feels like they're struggling to contain Lithuania with their size and strength.
The guards are so strong with the ball. They're handling the physicality and the pressure, getting where they want to go.
Amin. Good hustle. Mirai over to Gindi. They could sure use one of those jumpers to fall. Here is good catch, Mirai. Passes it back outside to Gindi. Little runner for him. Tried to bank it in, he gets it back. Pump fake, puts it up. Dimsha. Jokubaitis explodes, gets blocked by Anas. I mean, quickly to the other end, goes behind the back. They're going to count it if it goes, but he has 2 free throws. That's where he's good,
yeah,
the open floor.
They need the open floor opportunities to try to attack him, but to do that, they got to stop him.
Boy, that's, almost think they might go look at that. Boy, he was wrapping him up. Look at this block.
Yeah, Jokubaitis thought he had the advantage against the big. Really good one-on-one defense there.
Remember when Anas used to do that for Louisville?
I mean, he did a fantastic job there to trigger that transition opportunity.
Mirai sits down to Saran, and the veteran Shusha comes in, and Omar Arabi also comes in. A lot of these Egyptian players have played college basketball. Arabi played at USC. It's the second consecutive game we've got a former USC player.
2-3 zone here after the free throw for Egypt. Outside step up, pick and pop.
Bounce pass. Oh, and going up, and Tadas with the foul. Also going to the line for an and one. So did Kerskis.
I mean, fantastic zone attack. Great pass here from Brajdekas, and a fantastic finish. You have to love and respect the intelligence with which the Lithuanian team attacks together. They see a different look in the zone, and they just go right to work.
So he is fouled by Anas, one big, very athletic in the low post. They've got Arabi also in. And the bigs are even struggling to guard underneath. You got Mota Yunus in the game. Here's Arabi, pass intended for him. Brajdekas going the other way. Jokubaitis back to Kerskis. And Jokubaitis missing, much to the relief for the Egyptians. Again, Ahab Amin drives in with the left hand and scores. He's going to be better in that type of situation before Lithuania gets set up.
Egypt has good size and length on the court right now. Let's see if they can get out in transition with some stops.
Here's Normantas. Mota Yunus to the corner. Brasdeikis, little pump fake, goes up and scores right at the end of the shot clock. Roy Rana, very familiar with Brasdeikis because he grew up in Canada. Here's Ahab Amin. Now quickly Jokubaitis doesn't wait around. Look how quickly they get down the floor. Wow.
Fantastic.
And that is going to lead to a timeout from Roy Rana. He will not be happy about that. 22-9 Lithuania out of the gate extremely fast against Egypt.
Taking care of business, Jeff. Taking care of business.
Talk about this over and over again. Throw away possessions on bullshit shots. It can't be 1-on-3, 1-on-1. It can't be. Can't settle. Now, this trip down the floor. Big O. Who's off, Patrick? Adam. Susha, Indy. Coming off, Patrick Kugoy. Big O, shirt pin. You got it?
Mike, as we look at the replays here, I mean, if they put Valanciunas back in the game, he could have a double-double by the end of the first quarter.
Well, they have
points, 11 points, 6 rebounds.
Yeah, they have no matchup for him. And then, of course, the game plan, let's say overreactions, know your personnel stuff, they really didn't.
And you can see Brasdeikis did get that shot off in time.
Fantastic officiating.
6 points for him, 3 assists. What a great incorporation. They tried to get him involved earlier with Lithuania. It was for the OQT, wasn't it, when you coached Poland?
Yes.
And he wasn't able to play, but he did play at the FIBA Eurobasket.
Right.
And looks like he's got a spot in this team. Patrick Gardner's checked into the game from New York. Egyptian mother played his college basketball where he last played at Marist. Musa also in the game. And traveling is the call.
For Lithuania, it's now about discipline, sticking to your system, keeping your decisions high percentage in team first, trying to stay within the offensive structure. If they can just get stops and get out of transition and make good decisions, good things will happen.
Karanauskas now in the game as well. He's got the basketball, number 31. Bounce pass stolen by Shusha. Abu Shusha quickly up the floor, and he's fouled by Karanauskas. Egypt appealing in vain for an unsportsmanlike.
Good defense from Shusha there. They tried to take him backdoor. He had the awareness to get into the passing lane, come up with a steal. And this is where we've seen Egypt have their best opportunities in transition.
Here's Gardner. Brings some offense and gets some contact from Benjis, but not enough for the whistle to blow. Benjis drives in. Look at the follow from Motiejunas. Now Musa. Three-point shot. Good. Count it. Zaran back in the game and buries it. Now that'll make Egypt feel a little bit better. Down 10. And Motiejunas got popped by Arabi just as he made the follow-through. Just as he had his follow-through, rather. Here's Gardner.
Jeff, they're playing a lot through Gardner here these last few possessions.
Zaran, second 3 attempt, and Omar Arabi called for the foul. Arabi, so he played at Southern Cal, as did Nikola Vucevic for a few years. Arabi's going to go out, looks a step slow. Mindaugas Kuzminskas comes into the game. And Asim Marai comes back in the game as well, with Lithuania up 12 and looking to deliver potentially a knockout blow here in this second quarter, or late in the first rather, before we get to the second. Normantis drives in, nobody goes up to attempt the blocker. Nobody stands in front of him, and the lead is 14.
Very good offensive pace and spacing from Lithuania that possession. I mean, Jeff, that's just outstanding one-on-one ball pressure from Normantis.
Well, Rano's at the end of his tether now, because he thought that his player, they should have blown the whistle with the reach, but.
And now we can see why they've been playing through Gardner, have a secondary ball handler to relieve some of the pressure on the point guards.
They're letting him play. There's Karanauskas. Sauron guarding him. Karanauskas left open, and his shot bounces over the backboard. Hussein doesn't get it off in time. So rough first quarter for Egypt, and Lithuania getting a foothold here early against the North Africans. They lead 26-12 at the end of one.
Jeff, you love the leadership of Valanciunas. Starting the quarter in a great way. Again, a lot of this just comes down to finishing plays, hitting shots. Lithuania with 59% from two, 52 from the floor, 29% from Egypt. And off those misses, Lithuania gets out in transition. Let's see some of the highlights here. Again, overreacting to Valanciunas early, leads to the easy dunk. Again, strong finish at the rim from Brezdeikis. Marai was very effective in the low post for Egypt. Transition.
What is it that, say if you're going to be critical of Egypt's play in that first quarter, to do so, a good, honest criticism or observation,
I don't
shall we
think,
say?
let's say as an observation, they're not used to playing on this level and just creating good shots for themselves. They've got to, as a team, create good shots. They've got to finish plays and have individual good shots. It was only Marai in the low post.
Let me cut in. Scanning the barcode, folks. The courtside 1891 on your smartphone for those video stream schedule scores. And get it at your fingertips. Download it on the Apple Store or get it on Google Play. That's where you can watch all the FIBA Basketball World Cup games. And
let's see if they can have improved execution in the half court against the physical pressure from Lithuania this quarter.
LeBron. Shot clock about to expire. Zaran.
Excellent.
He's actually been one of the more impressive players in this team, actually.
Really good defensive possession from Lithuania. And again, this is what we're talking about. You need to create a shot, a good one. Zaran hit a nice runner.
Ben's just missing. Normantis back outside to Karanauskas. Normantis. Good job from Shusha. And he's fouled by Benjis. So Lithuania doing a good job of stopping the break.
I mean, that's excellent use of your fouls. Stop the transition, really well played there. The experience of Benjis helping his team defensively.
Just got to look at Vytas, the Lithuanian Basketball Federation president, here also for the FIBA Congress, sitting courtside, not surprisingly.
So let's take a look at the screening. Are we setting physical screens, helping our teammates get open for Egypt against the pressure defense?
See that Zaran, Musa, Abishusha, Gardner, and Marai on the court. Zaran gets it to Marai. He's going to go up against Motiejunas. And look at the hustle from Shusha. He's given them a lift on the boards, hasn't he? Motiejunas with the foul. And you like the play of Shusha. Not the biggest guy, but look at the energy and the determination.
I mean,
got him on the head. I didn't see that.
Yeah, that was late. This is what they need. They need to have that multiple effort, extra effort. Get those 50-50 loose balls, 50-50 rebounds, and give themselves a chance to cut into the lead here. Great job from Shusha.
And I think Roy Rana's, making the point that could have been an unsportsmanlike.
The contact was definitely, let's say, excess from a normal foul.
But definitely Zaran, Shusha playing with that sense of urgency, but Lithuania get it inside to Mindaugas.
And Jeff, that was just a great execution. They set great screens, got the ball right to the rim. And again, when you think about Lithuania basketball, that's what you think about.
Motiejunas with the swipe, got away with one. There's Zaran driving in. What a strong move. What a revelation he is for Egypt.
Great response from Egypt against the pressure. Basket cut and finish.
Plays for Al Ali Sporting Club. Amir Zaran, just 21 years of age. Look at that finish, Mike. I mean, that is impressive stuff. And we have seen him not be afraid to go at this Lithuania team.
And to show the ball to the shot blocker, to the defender, and then change the release point with a nice left-hand finish. Outstanding play.
Foul, shooting the three, and Normantas now goes to the line.
I love what Normantas has done with the ball pressure, forcing the turnover earlier. Off the play, the inline play, sprints off the screen, draws the foul, hits the three. He's really making a great impact here in the first half.
Well, one of these players, much like Benjis was before the 2019 World Cup, that kind of established himself in the European qualifiers. And that's when you can deepen that talent pool if you're a country like Lithuania, and he's taking advantage. Makes the free throw, so 4-point play. And that was short. Here's Motiejunas, gets rid of it. Lithuania want to run quickly. Normantas picks up the dribble. Kuzminskas now. Spins, goes up! The two-handed jam.
And how many times have we seen Kuzminskas spin off that post contact? Great play and great finish for the veteran.
Entry pass to Marai. 17-point lead for Lithuania. And now a technical foul has been called on Asa Marai.
So again, we have a really physical defensive team, and Marai's upset about the contact. There's been contact on both sides, but you've got to give Motiejunas credit. That was outstanding low post defense, forcing a tough shot.
So Roy Rana pacing. That anxious look, and Benjis goes to the line, and Marai has to sit down. Frustrating for him because they dig themselves the early hole, and you're playing catch-up. Oh, look at the behind-the-back pass from Motiejunas. But good recovery from Amin. Shot clock down to 6. Karanauskas. Mota Yunus pump fake with a little runner. And keep it at this end. And Kuzminskas drives and is fouled by Musa.
Kuzminskas using his size and length advantage. Nice play call for Maxvidis. Curl to the rim, draw the foul. I like the play call after back-to-back endline plays where they ended up with 3-point looks, this time pressuring the rim with a curl.
So Musa goes out. Abdel Gawad also goes out. So Marai back in, and Lithuanian fans, not surprising, all smiles right now. Their team's up 19 points. And Kuzminskas pushes the lead to 20. And what an alley-oop from Anas. Good drive, Ahab Amin. Laran whistled for the foul.
Again, you can see the game plan here, trying to get a very good low post scoring for Kuzminskas. Post touches right at the rim, running a little flex cut action. He draws the foul.
Amir Zaran played at the Global Jam this summer. Clearly one of the bright stars, but as Shrek and the other fans look on, it's all Lithuania right now.
You have to love a team that has Shrek show up and support them.
It's perfect. Look at the drive. Another alley-oop! And it's Anas using the hops.
So again, for Lithuania, it's important to have system discipline, stick with what you're doing. The last 2 pick and roll coverages, defensive breakdowns, really good spark there for Egypt.
Great defense. Then just for 3. And it's just hard for Egypt to get the basketball, but they finally do. Now Zaran on the break. He's going right at it. And he's fouled by Kuzminskas. And this guy, I mean, we haven't said it. We've said a lot about him, but you're looking at the present and the future of Egyptian basketball right here. Look at this.
No fear. Just attacking the veteran player, going right to the basket. Excellent job for Egypt. In the past, where Egypt may not have had the most athletic guard play, Zaran is really showing signs here. Brightness for the future. Valanciunas checks back in.
Played in 3 games for Africa at the Global Jam. Averaged 14.3 points per game. Omar Hussein comes into the game, number 44. 16-point deficit, Egypt playing hard. Zaran goes out, he'll no doubt come back in quickly, you would imagine. An offensive foul called, an elbow on Valanciunas as he catches Asim Mariah, goes up to check on him. And look at this. Watch, there you go. It just kind of popped him, just kind of.
Yeah, unintentional, just being a physical post-up player. Sometimes that will happen. 2-3 zone here from Lithuania, changing defenses on Egypt, changed the rhythm of their offensive game.
Gindy left open, it looks good, it is! The three-pointer! Some life from Egypt.
This is great to see, Jeff. You love to see a team fighting back here, working against the deficit.
Well, it's got to be one shot now. They can't give away those offensive rebounds. Here's Valanciunas, he gets it low. Kuzminskas rims out. I mean, let's see if he can find Anas again. He's already thrown 2 alley-oop passes to him. Successfully.
Yeah, we've seen Lithuania use their fouls intelligently here. I think this one, he tried to stop the break. Unfortunately, they're in the bonus.
Well, it helps that Gindy hit the 3, first of all. I mean, Egypt need to make some plays, not just attacking the basket.
Yep.
And this is post that they've been in a while. They were down 20, so a nice run here. And Egypt fighting away now, closing the gap to 11 points. Kuzminskas now gets it to Valanciunas, and he scores, and he is fouled.
Jeff, how many times have we seen the little high-low from Lithuania? A diamond set, guard cuts to the wing, opposite post flashes high, this time Kuzminskas, and just a quick touch. It's so hard to fight around Valanciunas with his size and width in the post. The second feeder, it's just like money in the bank.
Look at that. Where's Shrek? He's up there somewhere.
I mean, what a great fan section.
Kuzminskas sits down next to Karanauskas. And Sedekarauskas back in the game. Servidis also in number 91. So Valanciunas doesn't get it to drop. Here's Gindy, drives in, and nice little runner. And Egypt playing with some more confidence, cutting it back to 11. And I think that's probably where Roy Rana makes a big difference with his team. Not losing their focus, battling away, even though they trailed by 20. Valanciunas. And Max Vitas calls the play defensively. Ahab Amin to Gindy, who's feeling it right now. And to Anas. Little jump hook. And you can just see Asim Mariah in there, just like surrounded by Lithuania's green shirts, just battling with all of them. Lithuania just so strong in the paint. Here's Valanciunas for 3. Well, again, if he's going to take that shot, he did hit 1, but you can live with that, can't you?
Yeah, you're living with that all game for Egypt. He needs to get back around the rim.
I mean, oh boy, that was almost in. Front and back, now the pass, great
Beautiful.
hustle. Oh, what a catch by Jokubaitis, and strength to be able to hold on and get a shot off. Good hustle by Ahab Amin, but Amin gets some instructions from Coach Roy Rana. I'm really, obviously this World Cup is outstanding for Egypt, but I'm really interested to see how they perform as well at the next AfroBasket. I think they're going to take a giant step forward. Here goes the drive, and Hussein puts it up, tries to beat Servetus. To no avail. And traveling on Jokubaitis.
Just need a little bit more precision in their passing there. On time, on target. It took Jokubaitis a little bit off balance. He could not, legally attack the basket, leads to a travel. But yeah, I agree with you, Jeff. I think Egypt is really moving in a great direction here. And I love the fact that they fought back. They've really competed here.
There is Mariah losing or unsuccessful, and now quickly over to Servetus. And the jump shot no good. And Sadikarskas with the push.
Again, Lithuania with a good attack. They get the post touches. They kick it out for good threes. You expect Lithuania team to bury those threes. To this point in the game, 2 for 12 from beyond the arc for Lithuania.
So timeout on the court, and we'll try to listen in. Here, 2:20 remaining in the second quarter.
Coming down. Honest, you're coming over the top. Hand off to Gimli. Gimli, you're coming.
There it was. Soccer, they call it the nutmeg. In basketball, I like the term the okie doke. Creative way to beat a defender, this time passing through the post. We see, again, some outstanding passing going on in the game. Let's see if Egypt can cut into this deficit heading into the last 2:20 of this first half.
And Ahab misses the free throw. Those hurt so bad. You're trailing, just trying to get in the game. So 1 of 2 for Ahab. I mean, you've got quite the eye for the nutmeg. You used to do that, didn't you?
I've coached some players that actually had that part of their game. When they were pressured, they'd be able to attack people. And I mean, that's one of those street ball moves that people love.
Dempsey for 3. Look at that, Valanciunas. How do you get the basketball from him? Look at that. Sadikarskas goes for it. Now, here comes Ahab Amin, the open floor. Crosses midcourt. He's going to go all the way. Ahab Amin, and before Lithuania can get back and set up on defense, he still attacked 3 players. But his athleticism, look at this, going right at Dempsey.
Again, to the left hand in transition. I mean, fantastic play. But look, the competitiveness from Egypt to really battle with Valanciunas physically at the rim.
Pasidarykim ant... Taigi šio nedu prieš duoną, ne? Taigi šio nedu jo raulinsi. Jo. Padaromas Rok. Šitą pusę Rokas, ne? Rokas pick and rollas, čia Igis, čia Tomas. Atakuok, Jonas Raulinas, sėdė kyla.
Well, Jonas Valanciunas, his value is just easy to assess.
Well, you love his leadership. You love his heart. He's, again, so difficult to move, so powerful around the basket, gives you such physicality in the front court. As you said, he's nearing a double-double here in the first half, 13 and 9. Again, let's give credit to Egypt for really competing, fighting back here.
Well, you know, we saw it with Mexico as well against Montenegro. They fell behind, and then they just continued to fight. And in some ways, this Egypt performance is even more impressive because they're about ready to be run out of the gym. And here they are. They battled back to within 10 points. That pass intercepted by Asim Marai, who really set the tone with his toughness.
Great job from Coach Rana coming out in the zone, changing the defense out of the timeout.
Down to 10, El Gindi, Mahmoud, Anas Mahmoud, turns, puts it up, and there he has his double-double now. His 10th rebound, Valanciunas, Dimsha from downtown. And their offensive rebound, they're just really struggling to get defensive rebounds, Egypt. And Sedekirskis, now they've called who have they called the foul on?
On Valanciunas, underneath the basket, working for low post position. They're counting the bucket.
Double-double, as we said.
Again, Valanciunas is super physical, and he's used to being hit and hammered. In this case, he was working for position. You see under the basket.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot that goes on in there, but you can understand.
He displaced him. He certainly displaced him. You can understand how that catches the official's eye. On the other side, you know, Valanciunas is taking a lot of abuse, getting hit as well. It's just a physical game. Referees make the call. Montejunas checks in to finish the half.
Well, you know, the physicality, obviously it's a huge part of this game, and Asim Marai was complaining about it. Got hit with a technical, but here he is at the free throw line and misses both free throws.
They've got to help themselves get back into the game. Retreating into the 2-3 zone.
Behind the back pass, and maybe not the right play. Ahab Amin goes in, and it's going to be goal interference. They're going to count it. Slap in the backboard.
So, Jeff, Lithuania had a big lead. It was 52%, 54% field goal shooting percentage to 29, and now it's 39-39, both teams from the floor. This has been a really good turnaround from Egypt, but Lithuania has to keep it simple. System discipline. Stick to what you're going to be successful with. We don't need behind-the-back passes to cutting teammates in the paint.
10 points, 4 rebounds. Ahab Amin getting most of his stuff, just driving to the basket, pushing it. Here's Dimsha. Bounce pass. Sedekirskis into the corner. Bradstekas. Good! Right at the buzzer. Was that a 2 or a 3?
And, Jeff, this was a great possession.
No, they're going to say it was a 2. Look at it again. See if his foot's on the line. Yeah, just on the line.
Very good call. But again, the ghost screen has created confusion for Egypt. It's been a really good play 2 or 3 times here in the first half. And the teamwork and ball movement with good spacing. Brazdeikis hits a big shot for Lithuania. They are now 2 for 14 from beyond the arc in the first half.
So 47-34, Lithuania on top of Egypt at halftime.
Most interesting stats here. Total field goal percentage, 40 to 39 now. Rebounds, 30 to 18 for Lithuania. Again, both teams not turning it over. Just the size and physicality was difficult. Valanciunas really impacting the game. Kuzminskas. Again, we've seen, I think, a great response from Egypt. Let's see if they can get over the hump here in the second half.
Okay, well, key players, 13 points, 10 rebounds for Jonas Valanciunas. And Asim Marai, 6 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, and I mean, just two warriors, no doubt. Asim Marai, you got to really respect how he's really going out there and really taking the brunt of a lot of that punishment. And we've seen the explosive World Cup debut of Amir Zaran.
Zaran made some great plays. Again, they have the advantage to post up Kuzminskas as a 4, close to the rim. They do a great job off the flex cut there. Again, this was the 4-point play. Normantas impacting the game on both ends.
Mike, the one thing that we're not going to see here, I don't think, are free throws. And, you know, this is where, okay, Lithuania missed a few as well, but Egypt shooting 6 of 12 at the line. And in a game like this, they can't afford not to make their free throws.
Yeah, you can't leave points at the free throw line if you're trying to come back.
And it's been a summer of missed free throws for Egypt. That was something that really plagued the women at the FIBA Women's AfroBasket in Rwanda this year. But, you know, at the end of the day, on balance, they're competitive. And now the onus is on Egypt to make this a game.
You want to see Egypt finish more plays, continue to create good shots, find ways to get stops. But for Lithuania, it turns around, you know, these guys have got to have system discipline in the second half. That's critical for their success. Stay within the system, work with your teammates. You know, don't try to do too much because you have a lead. Don't change the way you play.
Lithuania fans happy. They lead at 46-34 at halftime over Egypt.
Whatever our gender, color, belief, or capability, we are all on the same team.
We have the power to change lives through basketball.
Together, we are stronger. No matter your origin,
basketball
can bring everyone together.
Basketball for good.
Those guys knock down shots.
How about? Well,
oh, nice pass.
Oh, and it's an alley-oop.
Jokic makes it look so easy.
Yeah, everything makes it look easy.
Carver, nice bank pass. Into Willie Hernan Gomez. Oh my words.
What a move. What a drive initially. Attack the basket, then the bounce pass came.
Gowrie. Back out to Egan down. Leaves his man on the floor. And throws it down.
He just ripped through the ozone layer and pounded it home to Miles Turner.
Got to get it in. It's in. Well, he breaks through, but he gets to win it. He can win it. to play.
That's the play of the day so far.
Buckle up. A windmill gets the crowd here in Shanghai to ooh and ah.
Just can't get it to drop. Tough tournament for him so far.
And that came down to purely Abercrombie wanting it more.
Giannis up and in! Giannis and Antetokounmpo with the response!
Behind the back pass to D'Elia by Campazzo.
That was incredible.
That could be the play of the quarterfinals, folks.
Metu, oh! Did you see that? Metu throws it down.
That is unbelievable.
These guys will be legends in their own country, but also in the international basketball world forever.
Jonas Valanciunas, 13 points, 10 rebounds. You look at his numbers, Mike, and just production that you can pretty much count on whenever he plays for Lithuania.
Well, he got off to a great start, and again, they built a big lead, much from his leadership. But again, they've got to be consistent. That's what their expectations are. Give Egypt credit. Again, when Valanciunas came back into the game, he got the 2 fouls. But he's been the difference on the floor, and they will continue to play through him. And you love the way he's inspired the strong start from Lithuania. That's the challenge. You know, you have a lead, don't change the way you play, stay consistent, system discipline. Let's see how they can get off here to start the second half.
And Ahab Amin, I mean, his play has frustrated me over the years, I have to say, because I know he's a great talent. Watched him play at the AfroBasket in 2015 in Tunisia. And this has been his best game in quite some time for me. He's got 10 points. He's only 3 of 9, but I like how he's getting after it. He's getting quickly into transition and trying to beat Lithuania before they set up their defense.
Yeah, that's fantastic. You know, you need to try to get those easy baskets because they're such a good half-court defensive team. They've got such good size in the paint. You know, Amin got to the rim in transition. You see right here, getting to the rim to that left hand, slicing through defenders, and the beautiful finish. You know, those are inspiring plays for the upset-minded Egypt team.
Well, this is the wide shot of the famous Mall of Asia in Manila, and Lithuania playing their first game tonight, getting 13 points from Valanciunas, 8 from Brazdeikis, 8 from Normantas, and it felt like they were just a couple of baskets away from just running away with it. And Amir Zahan really, you know, started to help out Hassim Marai, and then Ahab Amin came in. Abu Shusha, I felt, came in and really made some big plays, getting some big rebounds. And Gindi hit a shot, and the next thing you know, Egypt have fought right back and pulled to within 10. Right now, they're trailing by 13.
You have to respect the effort from Egypt when they're on the ropes and they're going against the momentum and they're just searching, trying to find a way. And as you said, they were a couple plays away from being in a really big deficit. But they fought back, and it's manageable. The start to this half is going to be really important. 13 points, 10 rebounds for Valanciunas. For Egypt, I think it's great experience for them to handle the half-court defensive ball pressure and physicality. Early in the game, there was outstanding pick-and-roll coverage with really good physicality and ball pressure from Lithuania. Then, with the big lead, they had some breakdowns, and Egypt got the 2 lobs, defenders behind the bigs, and that kind of gave them some hope.
It's kind of, you know, the way the first game was a 20-point defeat for Mexico, but I felt like in no way or shape or form was that a 20-point game.
I agree with you 100%. You know, it was just a couple threes that are late. Mexico was right in the game. The big point was Jaimes fouling out, and you know, then they were up against it. But
so the reason why I say that is because the way Egypt have come back, you know, I think it kind of like proves what we thought, that this game probably, if it's not perfectly balanced, it's got a little bit more balance than people might realize.
Well, you know, there's the old adage in coaching and in sports that the best team in a league or the best team is not as much better than the worst team in a league that people think. You know, the difference is not that great. And what we see here, you know, the favorite Lithuania has to handle a really great effort from Egypt. The difference may not be that big as people would expect on paper.
But the biggest, for me, watching Egypt play, say at the last AfroBasket, but even before that, was their biggest problem was they couldn't get out of their own way. And when I say that, mentally self-destructing. They played in the game at the last AfroBasket against Tunisia where they were up by 17 points, 18 points, and then just kind of started getting into verbal jousts with the refs, with the Tunisians. And the next thing you know, Tunisia came back and whipped them. And I feel like this is where Roy Rana probably has helped more than anything.
I would agree 100% that he comes in and brings a professionalism, a mentality. He brings in an approach that really helps these guys be at their best.
Po savo reboundo, arba greitas metimas, jie labai spaudžiasi, arba quick pass out 3. Puolime. Ant lygio kampo pasidarom. Pirma. Ir sekantį. Tada tepys 5 ant Jono. Tai yra užtvara, jeigu būna čia Margo Tubukčia. Lygis. Jonai pastatai jam užtvarą. After the post touch, am I doing anything? Or
So Egypt trying to come out and continue to put some pressure on Lithuania, scanning the barcode to get the FIBA Basketball World Cup app in your smartphone. And what a great resource that is to have for all the scores, results, stats, you name it.
And Jeff, we're on the app as the game's going on, checking other scores, checking other results, trying to follow this fantastic basketball tournament all over the Philippines.
Second half underway, Lithuania leading Egypt by 13 points. And without a doubt, crucial stage in the game here. Will Egypt launch a fight back, or will Lithuania just tighten the screw and go back up? They led by as many as 20 points. And the foul on Amir Zahan. So he's not backing down. I have to say, it's been an impressive display by the Al-Ali guard. Some real toughness. Here's Normantis, gets it to Valanciunas. Scores over Asamarai, and the lead goes back to 48-34. In fact, it wasn't a 13-point lead, it was a 12-point lead at halftime.
Very impressed with Normantis here. Great late delivery there. Now pressuring the ball here in the half court. He's playing both ends.
Ahab Amin lets it fly. Great rebound, Marai. Elgendi to Marai. Oh, nice turn. Valanciunas thought he was going to go left, and he spun to the other way and went right.
Crafty, low post finish. Great play by Marai.
Look at Marai diving and denying Valanciunas the basketball. Rana looking for a push to be called, I think, on Valanciunas.
Jeff, here in the first 1 minute and 14 seconds, Marai has an offensive rebound, a finish in the low post, and active deflection here on the defensive end. This is what Egypt needs to spark their team here to cut into this deficit in the second half.
Jokubaitis drives hard, gets it up, not there, they battle, here comes Ahab Amin. He's in the open floor, and that's where he wants to be. Anas Mahmoud to Marai. And Anas Mahmoud fouled by Brazdeikis. There's just a little bit of a push with the left hand. Elgendi goes right, gets it to Anas. And he gets it back to a 10-point game.
Beautiful baseline cut.
Fair to say Egypt have settled into the game a little bit here?
Yeah, they have. They're attacking with confidence, and where they did not get good shots for themselves early, they're doing a much better job now.
Valanciunas and Elgendi pushes Sedekerskis.
Textbook fundamental high-low. Really good seal here. Sedekerskis working hard physically, draws the foul.
And powerful play, Sedekerskis again. We've been pretty strong right at the rim in this game.
Right, set up the cut really well, flash to the ball, and attack the basket. So Jeff, as you mentioned, Egypt struggles from the free throw line in the first half. Lithuania was 10 for 13. And that's what you would expect from Lithuania, really accurate shooting.
Pretty much a guarantee wherever you go to watch Lithuania play, there's going to be a bunch of their fans. And that is the case here in the Philippines. So Patrick Gardner's going to come back into the game for Anas Mahmoud. Suppose Lithuania, here's Amin taking advantage of the slip. Hands it off to Marai! And that's all Ahab Amin right there.
Jeff, that was a beautiful play. Draws the big, drops it off, and gets Marai a dunk. Outstanding play, and that's a momentum-building play for Egypt.
Brazdeikis guarded closely by Ahab Amin, and now Patrick Gardner goes up, and Egypt doing a little bit better job on the boards. Amin again attacks. Asamarai going up against Valanciunas. And look at that finish! Are you kidding me? How in the world did he get that to go? And he's going to the line.
Crafty, skillful, slips through and finds a way on the other side of the rim for the reverse layup. Outstanding from Marai.
Well, his father, Ahmed Marai, who was actually the last Egypt coach, I'm sure must have taught him a few of those low post moves.
And Jeff, third foul for Valanciunas. The most dominating, imposing force for your opponent now is out of the game. Let's see if we can get some Egypt magic here in the third quarter.
Still missing those free throws. Egypt just missed opportunities. They're free. Don't spurn them. Normanta's pushed. That was unnecessary. Marai has to be careful as well. They can't afford.
There's Marai's third.
No, they can't. I think that was on Gardner. Marai didn't come anywhere close to him. And they did call it on Marai. Must have. I'd love to see that again. He didn't complain. And Normantas, meanwhile.
Roy Rana waving off the sub, sticking with Marai. I think that's a great decision right now. You have an opportunity to climb back into this game. Trust your player, double the post if you have to.
So 3 fouls on SM Marai. Here he is again, going right at Motiejunas. And he is fouled in the low post, and he is not intimidated. Valanciunas in the NBA. Motiejunas used to be in the NBA. And now people might be thinking, why not SM Marai in the NBA?
He's playing with a purpose.
Look, Gendy just fumbled the basketball, and then he goes up, he gets blocked. And called for a travel.
You'd love to see Gendy try to get to his right hand in that situation. Pivoted right back into 3 defenders.
Yeah, he is a lefty, but you need to be good with both hands.
So
Dacus.
They are targeting, El Gendy on defense now. The ghost screen drew the switch.
Look at Marai battling away. Remember, he's got the 3 fouls. Not giving an inch. Jokubaitis back outside. Normantas for 3. And the ball bounces over Gardner's head. Benjes, he can shoot it.
Jeff, Lithuania now 3 for 16 with that 3.
Boy, those second chance points, you'd think Lithuania would have more than they do, just 9. And a push called on Lithuania. Or a block on Lithuania. And the Egyptian on the floor, slow to get up, Amir Zahan.
You want to enter?
Jeff, it looks like a cramp.
So I think we heard there from Antonio Conde. And Amir Zahan lying on the floor. Ooh. Yeah, you can see why Brazdeikis didn't think there was a foul. It looks more like he just kind of lost his footing. So maybe a break, meaning for Lithuania that, and I think you're right. I think hopefully it's a cramp and it's not a knee issue.
Yeah, the way the treatment is, it looks like a cramp, but you can also understand the official in that situation because Brazdeikis was leaning on him throughout the drive. The physical contact is there. He slips and falls, and again, that's a pretty easy call for the official.
The green and the yellow and the tie-dye. There he is. Look at this. Your favorite fan.
There he is. Shrek.
Do you like him more than the guy in the sombrero or the mask?
Ooh.
From Mexico?
Ooh. I mean, look at the fantastic support for both countries in both games.
And Zoran is being careful. Do you still? So as we look at Valanciunas, and remember he's on the bench with the 3 fouls, and you can't see it in your screen right now. There's Amir Zarhan walking gingerly off the court, so we're hopeful that it's not a knee injury, and that more that it's a cramping issue. But I don't know if you've changed your opinion on that. But let's just hope that it is a cramp. Brazdakis goes out. He's got 3 fouls. So Shusha comes back into the game as we look at Amir Zarhan getting some treatment. Maybe it is something with the knee. So you got to be careful with those things. Gardner drives in. How in the world did he finish that?
That's a beautiful finish, using his length, going baseline. Great play from Gardner. Back to their 2-3 zone defense, changing defenses. Great job from Coach Rana.
Pump fake, Ben Justin over to Normantas, wide open in the left corner.
Jeff, I can't say enough about Normantas. He's really been a big spark for this team today.
Well, he's played well for Lithuania in the qualifiers. Nice hesitation. Orabi there for the follow. Normantas had some big games in the Basketball Champions League with Rytas Vilnius. Playing for the assistant coach of Lithuania, Žabinas. Here is Kuzminskas missing, and again, Egypt hanging around. Shusha, nowhere to go, gets it to the corner. Gardner stepped out of bounds.
So as you mentioned, they're hanging around, but the things they need to do to help themselves, obviously Shusha still trying to work his way back into the game, but the things they need to do to help themselves: make your free throws, be efficient with your opportunities. Just some costly mistakes in this comeback attempt.
So Amir Zarhan looks like he's gotten up now, so hopefully he can at least make it back to the bench. And Arabi called for the push. Roy Rana over there arguing with the ref. There's Zarhan. Looks like he's walking better back over to the bench. If it's something with the knee and it doesn't feel quite right, I mean, you just got to really err on the side of caution, don't you?
Without a doubt. I'm hopeful it's just a cramp, or the concern would be like if it's more than a cramp, like a calf strain or muscle tear. But he seems to be walking well, walking much better than a few minutes ago, so credit to the Egypt physio.
Lead back to 13 points. Yunus gets it to go. Here's Musa, one of the newcomers into this team. A little floater, and Adam Musa.
Excellent change of speeds and nice finish.
Played Black Hill State University, Yellow Jackets. We'll be watching in the States. Here's Benjis missing it. Oh, and that's a rebound that Shusha's got to get. And the turnover, here comes Musa again. And, well, right idea. They're going to talk about, to me, that's a Lithuania ball.
Should be. Good officiating there, helping each other out, trying to get the call right. But great defense. Again, Jokubaitis driving into the teeth of the defense, leads to the turnover. Musa attacking the rim, just unable to finish.
Ergobaitis goes out to get a drink of water. Karanauskas back in the game. You know, Karanauskas, this is his first big tournament for Lithuania since 2016. The Olympics. Just got to keep playing, and they'll call you back. Of course, he did play in qualifiers. Here he is looking for space. Back outside, Dimsha. So Karanauskas makes the first, goes back to 13-point lead. Musa's sister, Rima, plays for the women's team for Egypt, point guard.
A family affair.
And that family got bigger because she got married after the FIBA Women's Afrobasket. Oh, and Kuzminskas read that. And Shusha ends up with it because Ahab Amin did not give up on it. And Kazis Maxvidis calls timeout.
They were so close to getting a turnover there. It was a really risky pass. The ball bounced the Egypt way, and a great finish from Shusha.
Čia pasižiūrim į vidų, įmetam, jeigu ką. O to pasižiūrim, eimą pasižiūrėk šitą, kai bus eimą šitas, jeigu ne į viršų, tai mokai gaus, būtent gal tu. Šito būti žaismo, jo, taip. Davai gynybą, iškeičiam, mes gaunam rėv, raus mėgą, prašokim, bre. Neturim baudų.
That was, it looked like Kuzminskas was going to get it. Dimsha ran for it, and here's Shusha, because Ahab Amin did not give up on the play. They got a layup.
And look at Orabi setting a great traffic screen. They used to call this a Gortat screen, sealing his man to give his teammate an open layup.
And Maxvidis was upset with, it looked like Motiejunas there, but he was just screened, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was upset with the gambling defense, and then he was upset without the multiple effort to get back into the play.
So it's a 12-point lead for Lithuania. Their fans, listen, this is the World Cup, and you got to respect everybody. It's not to say they haven't, but for the Lithuanian fans watching, you got to respect this Egypt team because they have made it, and they want to make this a good trip to the World Cup. African teams haven't had much success over the years. Three-pointer from Benjis, and takes the lead back to 15.
Lithuania sticking with it. Offensive rebound, post reaction, swing it. 3 for Benjis.
Here's Musa. Orabi catches it down low, and the former USC Trojan.
Jeff, that was a beautiful high-low pass.
It was.
Beautiful.
He's got a nice touch, doesn't he? Not just on his shots, but his passes. Orabi reaching around and committing the foul. But this is where, if you're Omar Orabi, Mike, I mean, if you're reaching over.
Yeah, that's the point. So
you're going to get a foul.
He needs to use his feet better to get in better position. But Motiejunas, with the experience, sealed him, kept him on his back. And now, once you're in that position, you can't reach around the offensive player. That's a foul and an easy call for the official. So don't complain about it. Do
Learn
better.
from it. Yeah.
Do better.
So now Lithuania rare miss at the free throw line for them. They were 18 of 21 before that. 18 of 20. Now 18 of 21. And Lithuania into the lane too soon.
They had a free throw play on where they would cross screen for each other, and they just were a little bit too quick getting into the paint.
They have a mean to Marai. Oh, that's going to be a charge. Well, Montejunas already beat it to the spot and lifting up that right arm. Watch this, right there.
He took it solid, took it square. Great job from Montejunas.
11 minutes, 45 seconds remaining in this game. Kuzminskas, Shusha trying to knock it away from Montejunas, and they do. Musa pulls up on the break and took an extra bounce, and it prevented Shusha from getting the touch. Kuzminskas has it, gets it to Montejunas. Kuzminskas follows.
The game came easy to Lithuania early, and now they're working for it.
They have a mean to Marai, turns. Time, not enough on the shot. Benches from the left, that's good. That's Lithuania basketball.
And Jeff, this is spacing in transition. They're smart enough to recognize a skip pass there with two shooters. Excellent consecutive pass into the corner for three. Big play for Lithuania.
I don't understand what the problem is. Sorry? What's the bad shot? From who? What are we talking about? No fall. No fall. We're going to go front down. No fall. You're popping on it. You're sealing on it. If you get it, and you don't have an easy score, we're going uphill DHO. Uphill DHO. The problem is then we're coming down the floor, the shooter's in the corner, and you're jumping to the top. You got to stunt and get back. You know what the shooter is. Don't come off the shooter.
That's the Marai. I mean, you just got to respect the guy because he just brings the effort, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's been fantastic for Egypt. He's been a leader. He's really not back down.
12 points, 6 rebounds.
He's given them a weapon they can really rely on.
Well, I like the fact that Roy Rana is also playing the youngsters. You know, we saw great stuff from Zarhan. Now we're seeing Musa, who played at NAIA school, Black State in Spearfish, South Dakota. I think you know what they do with their spare time in Spearfish. They go spearfishing.
I'm sure the landscape is beautiful, the scenery is lovely, and they love the outdoors.
That's Dances with Wolves territory, isn't it?
I'm sure it is, or Yellowstone possibly.
And Hassan Marai at the line. And it also goes to show, and Marai also played small college ball in America. This is where he really needs to work, is on his free throw shooting. It doesn't matter where you are, if you're good enough, like Musa clearly is, you know, his career might be able to be about to take off now. Of course, they knew about him in Egypt anyway.
Egypt into a 2-2-1 full court press, likely to drop back into their 2-3 zone after the free throw. Changing defenses.
17 points, the difference. And good read from Egypt. Gindi.
Benjus, you just made a three, shoot it. Really good teamwork and ball movement to get to that point. Passed up the open three.
Musa goes down short. Kuzminskas right at the end. Came close. So they, in the end, Lithuania ended up winning that quarter 24-19 to stretch their lead to 70-53. 10 minutes remaining.
But Jeff, the game came really easy for Lithuania early, led by Valanciunas. Again, credit to Egypt, fighting back, battling back, hanging around. You know, it's a 17-point lead, but Lithuania's had to work for it.
Okay, guys, we are in the game.
Yeah, you look at those free throw disparity. Obviously, that continues to be big, but it's not just about the free throws. Now 4 more made threes. And I suppose from a rebounding standpoint, the rebounding has been decisively in the favor.
41-26 at this point.
Although they have worked hard on the boards, Egypt.
Yeah, I mean, you got to respect what Egypt has done here. You know, if they want to pull off the big upset, they've just got to play a little bit more efficient. You know, but they've given a respectful effort, led by Marai, scoring and attacking. The young players have done well. The lack of consistent three-point shooting has been a big factor for Lithuania.
Scanning the barcode to get courtside 1891 in your smartphone, folks. That QR code right there.
Okay, both sides. Good.
Anas Makmu back in the game. Oh, they get it to Anas!
Beautiful. Great double drag. 2 picks at the top from the bigs. They expected the pass back to Marai. They hit the slipping big Anas in the post.
Musa really impressing here in these minutes. And Kuzminskas with the offensive foul catches Abushusha in the face.
You see Kuzminskas seal, try to drop step. He loses the ball. Did he get away with a travel? Possibly, but as he came through, the elbows caught Shusha.
Look at the pass from Musa there.
Beautiful, beautiful play to start the quarter.
Again, he read the defense well there. Pulls out of trouble, gives it back to Musa, who's developing story here. Ball. Oh, looked like the ball hit off Lithuania, but the referee says no, it did not.
So, Jeff, starting this quarter, you see great impact on the ball in the pick and roll. The hard show defense from Lithuania. Both Gindi and Musa.
That hit off the number 12 for Lithuania's foot, which is why Roy Rana is so upset. That's Gabrielius Maldunas from Lietkabelis, playing in the World Cup for the first time. And Normatis then hits the 3. So a costly turnover.
Again, the ghost screen creates the confusion. Everybody leaves Normatis, he buries it.
And now look at Karanauskas is taking it away. He's going to drive in, get almost blocked. I don't know how he scored that, because it looked like Anas was right where he needed to be to get the block.
So, Jeff, like we talked about impacting the ball at the point of attack, pick and roll, there was a great knife through and turnover. Lithuania has picked up the pressure to start this quarter.
Well, you think about where the pieces fit for Lithuania if they're going to make a run, and Normantas is certainly a player. See him playing defense here along with Benjis. And they called the foul on Benjis, but Normantas 3 of 5 from three-point range tonight. Benjis 3 of 7. No surprise, he's got the reputation. Well, both do, really. Anis and follows up the mid. That is a terrific play by Anis Mahmoud, following up his miss. Here's Normantas, bounce pass. Nice finish from Gabrielis Maldunas. Not sure if you thought he would play in the World Cup, but opportunity beckons. There's Hussein, drives and charges.
Just very good team defense to start this quarter here from Lithuania. Ball pressure on the perimeter, hard showing pick and rolls, knifing through dribble handoffs, and now, again, stepping in and giving your teammate help, giving up your body, drawing the charge from Maldunas. Coach Maxivitas has to be pleased with this unit's defensive effort.
Well, it's been a very interesting afternoon of basketball. An early evening here in Manila. Karanauskas, ball knocked off the rim. Oh, look at Ahab Amin, goes behind his back, and then the foul called. So Karanauskas picks up the foul. That means Jokubaitis is coming back in. And we're also going to see not just Jokubaitis coming into the game, but also Egypt's #1, Karim El Ghazawi, who played at the Under-19 World Cup this summer for Egypt, led the team in assists. Here he is.
And Jeff, that's fantastic for the nation to get these young players out here in real experience in a game against a country like Lithuania. Fantastic from Coach Rana.
Well, Roy Rana obviously coached youth teams a lot, so that's one of the big wins for them, having him as the coach. He's great with the youngsters. Certainly is getting the best out of Ahab Amin. He's playing hard, but Brazdakis back in the game. And Maldunas, little old school push shot.
A push shot, not a jump shot, a push shot from 15. That's two. He had the short push shot from the baseline, and now a push shot from 15.
Oh, they all count. And now the foul called. It's been a good, hard game. 6:42 remaining. And that was Maldunas. Asamarai is going to be feeling bruised and beaten after this game.
He needs to hit the ice tub. He needs some rehab right away.
I mean, everybody knows when they play Lithuania, it is going to be a bruising battle.
Yep, get him in the game ready.
Great work, Ahab Amin, keeping the basketball away. Puts it up from the elbow. Follow! Oh, and Asamarai thought he had the dunk. Normantas spins, turns, and he's really stepping up as one of the main scorers on this. In fact, he's leading me in scoring right now. Margaritas Normantas. And you think about all those chances to play in the qualifiers, and now he's producing 18 points. Let's go down to the bench and hear from Coach Roy Rana.
You got to get down low, and you're going to stay up high, and you're leaving the
big right at the nail. You got to flatten it out. Okay? Space out. Guys, again, our shot selection needs to be better. Right now, everything is in here. We're not getting to the rim. We got no kickouts. We got wide open looks to kick out, and we're never kicking out. We're just trying to play here at the rim. Everybody.
You see the place.
Well, Normantas is really impressed.
Normantas has done it all today on both ends. You know, Valanciunas started this game so well and sparked him to the lead, but, you know, throughout the game, Margiris Normantas has been really, really impactful for Lithuania.
Well, you never know. I think it'll be one of those two guys that'll end up winning the player of the game. Here's Marai. Brasdeikis rebounds the miss. Just under 6 minutes remaining. Lithuania on top, 81-57. Brasdeikis puts it up, and Maldunas with the board. Servitas checks in. The lefty. Seen a lot of left-handed shooters tonight.
That's great for the young guy to get that three. A lot of dribbling last possession from Brasdeikis.
And out it goes. Servitas again. Wow, what a weapon he is.
I mean, what a great moment. Sub into the game, see your first action, and bury back-to-back threes. Divitas Servitas.
.30-point lead. It's just kind of gotten away from Egypt here, but Lithuania seeing some good signs from the bench here with their depth. Some offense coming from Servitas. Honest bumped.
So, Jeff, the question I have for you right now is, why is Valanciunas back into the game?
You don't want him to get hurt. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying
because he's been sitting for a while?
Yeah, and rest, you know, get other players opportunities to play. Egypt has their younger players into the game. He's already done his job. He's done his work. There's 4:47 to play in a game. You're up 30. I don't understand the purpose of this situation. He's too valuable to your team for the future.
So Dekauskas has it, steps back, fades. 4:20 remaining. How close can Egypt make this at the end? There's Elgandi driving in.
Elgandi's working very hard. He tries to turn the corner off the wide pin. Brasdeikis beats him to the spot, draws the foul, draws the charge.
And that three no good from Servetus, his first miss. There's the battle for the rebound.
You know, despite the score and the situation here, I think Egypt has to walk off this court feeling good about their effort. I think they've really challenged themselves against a you know, favorite opponent in Lithuania. They've gotten a lot of players, good experience. Let's see how the injury to Zarhan turns out. And I think there's a lot to grow from and build from for Coach Roy Rana here with his first opening game.
There's Jonas setting to pick. 3:05 remaining. Servetus. So I think it's been a good performance overall, a good exercise tonight for both teams.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, Lithuania, they needed to be pushed. You know, they've been pushed a little bit by this Egypt team as they came back, and they've had some players come out and answer some questions. Here's Dimsha hitting a three.
You know, Jeff, it's so important for Lithuania to take care of business against this Egypt team in this first game because the Eurobasket last fall was such a challenge for them. They had to fight from behind. Now they get off to a victorious start. They can feel good about themselves. They handled their business. Great leadership from Valanciunas to start the game. And then again, the respect for Egypt. You know, they've not backed down. They've continued to play hard. They've continued to challenge themselves, and I think that's great for them. You know, and we'll see how the rest of this group plays out.
There's the push. Just looking at we were debating about who should be the MVP. It's probably going to end up being Valanciunas for this game. You know, he's had a great game, great numbers. Normantis has had just an exceptional game for himself as well. So we were both thinking 18 points in 19 minutes for Normantis.
It could go either way. What you like about Valanciunas is he set the tone. He was the leader.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. There's Servetus. But I felt Normantis played very well as Egypt tried to make their comeback and did make their comeback. Here's the pass. It was off the hands. Lithuania playing hard, Servetus. But a lot of players, I think, I think these coaches know a little bit more about certain players tonight after the way they've come out. You know, with Musa, especially for Egypt and Zarhan.
You know, Jeff, as a national team coach, one of the most difficult things to do is get young players, like valuable real game experience. And
Yeah.
for Coach Roy Rana, he's done a great job using this game opportunity to help these young players. They're going to grow from it.
Yeah.
I also think for Lithuania,
How about Gindi for 3?
great way to finish for him with a floater and a 3. But for Lithuania, you know, the defensive intensity at times was right where Coach Maksavidis wants it to be. For example, to start this fourth quarter, they break the game open.
Look at how hard Mariah is playing late in the game, his team trailing. Here's Gindi again, and you can count it! 90-67. And that's all because of the hustle of Asim Mariah.
And again, this is a great confidence builder for these young players. Great job from the veterans, Mariah and Gendy.
I mean, Mike, you're down 90-64, and you're laying yourself out to get the basketball. And you've played as many minutes as Mariah has. That is leadership right there.
Yeah.
30 minutes.
He's been fantastic for Egypt. Great respect for Mariah today.
Servidis from the right. Nope. Dimcha, another attempted 3, and he knocks it in. Darhan, we don't know what his status is, but exciting watching him play tonight. Here's Moose again. It's also been exciting watching him. Over to El Ghazawi. Ball goes out of bounds. Going the other way.
What a great way for Mariah to finish this game with an excellent defensive play, getting a deflection, forcing a turnover. Asim Mariah, outstanding performance for Egypt.
Well, he doesn't need to hang his head. He's played hard tonight. I'm sure he's disappointed. El Gindi, another 3, not this time. And are they going to attack, or are they just going to dribble it out? Just to make their move right at the end. Just a little bit more time on the game clock. Karanauskas. Attempts again, he does put it up, and the bank was not open. So that's how it finishes, and great effort from both teams tonight. But the Karanauskas goes over to say great game to Roy Rana, Kajes Maksavidis. Both these teams played hard tonight. Lithuania with the tradition, the reputation, the NBA talent, perhaps the expectation level of their fans, roared on by so many Lithuanian fans tonight, including Shrek. And it's been a great, professional performance from them, and I think this bodes well for them. They win it 93-67 over Egypt on game day 1 here at the FIBA Basketball World Cup in Manila. Well, Egypt huddle up. They're going to talk about this. And for my money, they gave effort tonight from start to finish. It took them a little bit of while to get into the game, but I think overall, they got nothing to hang their heads about. And for Lithuania, I think maybe a little bit of celebration mixed with relief to get the first one out of the way. They know that there are going to be some tough battles ahead. They're trying to build some chemistry. They want to be, growing as this tournament goes along. And now next they will play a very, dangerous Mexico team.
Yeah, we saw a lot of positives from Lithuania. We saw them take care of business, establish the post with Valanciunas. But again, analytic guys will love this game because both teams end up shooting 42% from the floor. And it just comes down to Lithuania making 11 threes for 33 points compared to 4 for Egypt.
Well, you saw Egypt Basketball Federation President Magdi Abufreka looking out, and I'm sure he has to be proud of how hard his team played, just like the Lithuania Basketball Federation President Vydas Gedvilas, who we also saw tonight. And there you have the numbers. More threes, 7 more threes.
And of course, 18 free throws to 9.
I mean, look at that, 19 more rebounds. In important phases of the game, that really helped them. Normantas outstanding tonight. 18 points, 15 for Valanciunas, who also had the 10 rebounds, Benjis 10. So we thought it might come down to Normantas and Valanciunas, and sure enough it did, and Valanciunas was named the TCL MVP, which he's claimed a few of those honors over the years.
Well deserved.
So that was one of the plays in the fourth quarter from Musa. Egypt have what it takes to get at least one win in this group. And I don't think, if Montenegro watched this game tonight, they will know that they had better be sharp and ready to come out against Egypt.
Without a doubt. And, matchups will play a part in everything. But again, this Lithuania team handled their business. Egypt, they can leave the floor feeling good about themselves. They lost the game, but they played well. So I think that, both teams have a lot to build from. And again, everyone coming into this game expects Lithuania to get this win. So it's just the script played true to form.
Servetus came out. So I think, obviously these guys, they know they can shoot the basketball. And maybe it's a little bit easier to hit these threes when you're up 20 points. But, some good signs from Servetus coming out. Demsha hitting some three-pointers. Obviously Normantas hit, he hit some really, some big-time threes, 3 threes tonight in his 18 minutes when the game still was pretty tight. And look at the bench, 55 points scored for Lithuania, just 11 for Egypt. But you know what, you gotta use games like this as building blocks. And again, from my view, I'm pretty impressed from what I saw from Egypt tonight.
Without a doubt. I think that they did many positive things. They got young players experience. The veteran players competed. They can feel good about themselves as they get ready for the next challenge. And that's what it is. You got to have that short memory and get ready for the next one. This is going to be a super competitive group and a fantastic tournament here in Manila.
So, Mike, this is what we have watched today. Montenegro winning 91-71 over Mexico. Again, that was a game we felt like that was much closer than the final score indicated. 93-67 for Lithuania over Egypt. So you got Lithuania that goes top of the group, 1-0, ahead of Montenegro, 1-0. Mexico and Egypt, both 0-1. But still a lot of basketball to be played here in the Mall of Asia. So Lithuania get the win and close the action out here on game day 1 in the Mall of Asia. Thanks for watching, everybody.